I don't have... Here is the thing. I tried so hard to do... We're doing the State of the Union. We are bringing you the state... No, President Trump is bringing you the State of the Union, all right? But somehow, and I don't know how, Leah just can't. Professional isn't in her vocabulary. It's just not. Silly, definitely. Her middle name, you think it's Faith. It's actually Leah Faith Silly, or Leah Silly Faith. We try to be professional. We try to do what we can, and she just cannot.
I had to breathe. I had to take a few breaths, and my breaths were a little bit loud.
No, It's like you're having a baby or something. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to try and fix this lighting a little bit.
Well, I know if I have lipstick on my teeth.
Stop it. Wow. It's embarrassing. It really is. It's just, I don't even have words.
At least you're not Agricultural Secretary Sonny Perdue, who is tonight's designated survivor.
Yeah.
In case the building... Just spit. I'm so sorry. In case the building gets spit upon by a bomb.
Mm-hmm.
That's the old people, they carry around tissues. I just happen to have one.
Wow.
Spit's flying tonight, baby. All right, so, so he is the Agriculture Secretary, and he is far, far away.
Yep.
In an undisclosed location, so they don't try to take him out as well.
I don't want Chicken Man.
So,
I don't want Chicken Man to be the one that survives.
If everyone dies tonight, Chicken Man is president.
Wow.
Yay!
So I need you to pull up the chat there. While I'm trying to fix the coloring here. It looks a little bit odd to me this evening. But it's been so long since I've done that I can't remember how to do that.
So, like, when it starts, it'll start playing behind us?
Oh, wait. I think we might be on to something. Hang on. Maybe. Let's hit applauso for a second in the...
We have volume or anything?
Let's see. Let me have it.
Oh, we have to listen. The pink is really going to clash with my patriotic red I put on especially for you tonight.
Fine. No, I don't think there's anything going yet.
I have red earbuds upstairs. I got them for your birthday. Red earbuds.
So we're really excited about the...
Resistance Chicks Live. Are we live on Facebook?
We are live on Facebook right now.
Hey, Facebook!
But anyway, I'm really excited about this. I think we're all a little bit eager.
Everybody's doing like a thing.
To see if he's going to do anything about the memo.
Like Ben Shapiro's doing one. Alex Jones. Everybody's doing... So you have to... If you like those other people, go ahead and watch them. It's okay. No, come back to us. You know which side your bread is buttered on. You want to watch a Resistance Chick State of the Union. Where am I? My channel.
You can be on your channel.
What do you want to see? The chat, right?
I do. Yep, that's where I want to see the chat. Did you have this muted? Nope.
I'll mute it right there. Hey, everybody. Donna, Uric, Ogurek, Redneck Survivalist is here. Peachy Chick, Gonzalez is here.
Everybody, the gang is all here. We're just waiting on the president, who is going to probably be fashionably late, and he can do that.
Heather's here, Eric's here, Alan's here, Gary's here.
Why can he do that? Because he's the president. Ooh, here we go. I think we got it.
Give me some volume, baby.
Hang on.
Hail to the sheep. Did they play that?
Oh, that's my Facebook. Sorry. Here we go.
Okay, so let me know in the chat if we need to do volume differently or something. I'm so excited. Why am I so excited?
I'm excited as well.
All right, let me give you
Melania.
Quick facts
Barron.
here. Who's not coming? Several House Democrats are coming.
And why aren't they coming?
Because they're stupid.
Because they're stupid.
Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi and a bunch of other crazies are bringing DACA recipients and other undocumented immigrants. Bringing, Senator Kristen Gillibrand from New York tweeted on Monday she's bringing the San Juan mayor who hates Trump from Puerto Rico. Looks like Elizabeth Warren says she's bringing Brockton City Councilor at Large Gene Bradley, the first Haitian American man to win an election.
Wow.
In public office in Massachusetts. President Trump and Melania are bringing 15 special guests ranging from workers and business owners who benefit from the economy to parents of gang violence victims to military members and public servants. I heard something about a blind double amputee who's re-enlisted into the military in the audience today. So we want to keep special eye on them.
Members of Congress, I have the high privilege and the distinct honor of presenting to you the President of the United States.
There we go.
So there's a little delay, but we wanted to keep this playing in the background. Watch your screen. Can they see us?
They can. You'd be able to tell. You've got the cat.
Yo, you're there? You're not there. You were there. Now there you are. Anyway, I don't like seeing myself.
Well, you just have to deal with it. You look very pretty.
There's shoulder pads. All real, baby. Right there.
Get it? The house is all full.
Except for Sonny Perdue. Chicken man. Chicken man. Designated survivor.
What? Okay.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Vice President, members of Congress, First Lady of the United States, and my fellow Americans. Less than 1 year has passed since I first stood at this podium in this majestic chamber to speak on behalf of the American people and to address their concerns, their hopes, and their dreams. That night, our new administration had already taken very swift action. A new tide of optimism was already sweeping across our land. Each day since, we have gone forward with a clear vision and a righteous mission to make America great again for all Americans.
Yay. Oh, we're going to standing. Who's standing? Oh my gosh, this is great.
Standing.
So much exercise. Let's all do it together.
Maybe we watch which side of the,
This is the State of the Union exercise edition.
whether it's the bride's family or the groom's family, like who stands on what side.
Drinking, we should do
Over the last year, we have made incredible progress and achieved extraordinary success. We have faced challenges we expected and others we could never have imagined. We have shared in the heights of victory and the pains of hardship. We have endured floods and fires and storms. But through it all, we have seen the beauty of America's soul and the steel in America's spine.
Ooh.
Each test has forged new American heroes to remind us who we are and show us what we can be. We saw the volunteers of the Cajun Navy racing to the rescue with their fishing boats to save people in the aftermath of a totally devastating hurricane. We saw strangers shielding strangers from a hail of gunfire on the Las Vegas Strip.
Yes.
We heard tales of Americans like Coast Guard Petty Officer Ashley Leopard, who is here tonight in the gallery with Melania.
Another standing.
Yes, it was so exciting. Okay. Exercise.
Everybody stands for this one. This is something we can all applaud.
Yeah. She went white.
Melania looks good.
Why does she always look sharp?
Because she's Melania.
Ashley was aboard one of the first helicopters on the scene in Houston during the Hurricane Harvey. Through 18 hours of wind and rain, Ashley braved live power lines and deep water to help save more than 40 lives.
Wow.
Ashley, we all thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you, Ashley.
And we're standing in. Ready? We all have to kind of do it.
That has to be, you know, the entire, world is watching you right now. It's gotta be a little bit nerve-wracking.
Absolutely. I want to see the guys in the red suit.
We heard about Americans like firefighter David Dahlberg. He's here with us also. David faced down walls of flame to rescue almost 60 children trapped at a California summer camp threatened by those devastating wildfires.
Wow.
To everyone still recovering in Texas, Florida, Louisiana, Puerto Rico, and the Virgin Islands, everywhere, we are with you, we love you, and we always will pull through together, always.
We're clapping.
Yeah. You gotta stand again.
Come on, there's a couple people sitting down for not standing together. I mean, come on. Get off your circus. There you go. Thank you, thank you, handsome young man. Thank you. He looks like a very genuine fella. Uniform.
Thank you to David and the brave people of California. Thank you very much, David. Great job. Some trials over the past year touched this chamber very personally. With us tonight is one of the toughest people ever to serve in this house. A guy who took a bullet, almost died, and was back to work 3.5 months later. The legend from Louisiana, Congressman Steve Scalise.
All right. We're up again. I like it.
Is that exercise?
Did everybody stand up there? Because if there's anybody sitting on that one,
That's pretty
then they hired the guy. Oh, and then he stands for the president. See, that's beautiful. I love that. Good job, Philly.
Ashley smiling away.
I think they like you, Steve. We're incredibly grateful for the heroic efforts of the Capitol Police officers, the Alexandria Police, and the doctors, nurses, and paramedics who saved his life and the lives of many others, some in this room. In the aftermath, yes.
Gonna do it again.
I want all of you guys to be up.
Exercise edition. There's Becky DeVoe. She's in the front there.
You really stand out if you wear color in this
Yeah,
house.
I know. I'm wearing red when I go.
When you go.
Yeah.
In the aftermath of that terrible shooting, we came together, not as Republicans or Democrats, but as representatives of the people. But it is not enough to come together only in times of tragedy. Tonight, I call upon all of us to set aside our differences, to seek out common ground, and to summon the unity we need to deliver for the people. This is really the key. These are the people we were elected to serve.
Yes. Well said.
Nope, gonna stand. Gotta do it.
Stand together. For the people. That's you. And you.
Exercise edition. Cracks me up, dude.
Over the last year, the world has seen what we always knew, that no people on earth are so fearless or daring or determined as Americans. If there is a mountain, we climb it. If there's a frontier, we cross it. If there's a challenge, we tame it. If there's an opportunity, we seize it. So let's begin tonight by recognizing that the state of our union is strong because our people are strong.
All right, now let's see who doesn't stand. What's she doing wearing brown? Brown? You don't wear brown, you say, but these dark things.
And together we are building a safe, strong, and proud America. Since the election, we have created 2.4 million new jobs, including...
You're saying it again, man.
He really emphasized the million thing.
Including 200,000 new jobs in manufacturing alone. Tremendous numbers. After years and years of wage stagnation, we are finally seeing rising wages.
That's not
well, that's a standing one for the Republicans. Democrats are not standing.
Some of them are a couple brave souls.
You'll notice
unemployment claims
is not here.
have hit a 45-year low.
And the Supreme Court justices do not
Something
stand.
I'm very proud of. African American unemployment stands at the lowest rate ever recorded.
It doesn't matter. Yes. Oh, Elizabeth Warren should.
Pocahontas.
And Hispanic American unemployment has also reached the lowest levels in history.
That's huge. That's a really big deal. Now, I think the Democrats have to stand because you have to go and pay people.
That's the baby.
You got people for that. How do you fix that?
Small business confidence is at an all-time high. The stock market has smashed one record after another, gaining $8 trillion and more in value in just this short period of time. The great news...
Sit down. Hang on.
Great news for Americans. 401k, retirement pension, and college savings accounts have gone through the roof. And just as I promised the American people from this podium 11 months ago, we enacted the biggest tax cuts and reforms in American history.
Those people getting back like $1,000.
I don't expect a single Democrat to say
not standing for that one. Who's that guy? I don't know, but he's awesome. Not making fun of people, just trying to make fun of them. Yellow tie. Look at the yellow tie. You wear red, white, or blue, or silver. Gold.
Our massive tax cuts provide tremendous relief for the middle class and small business. To lower tax rates for hardworking Americans, we nearly doubled the standard deduction for everyone.
Kind of a big deal. It's a big deal, everybody.
Now the first $24,000 earned by a married couple is completely tax-free.
I don't think the Democrats are going to
happen. No, we need your money.
We also doubled the child tax credit. A typical family of four making $75,000 will see their tax bill reduced by $2,000, slashing their tax bill in half.
Hey, that's huge. Pay for half their property taxes.
In April, this will be the last time you will ever file under the old and very broken system, and millions of Americans will have more take-home pay starting next month. A lot more.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, but
it doesn't matter to these people, though, because it doesn't affect them. They make so much money, who cares? They really don't care about the little guy. Or your take-home pay.
What's money? You didn't really emphasize on that.
I'm sorry.
We eliminated an especially cruel tax
that
that fell mostly on Americans, making
one,
less than $50,000 a year, forcing them to pay tremendous penalties simply because they couldn't afford government-ordered health plans.
Yes, Lord.
We repealed the core of the disastrous Obamacare. The individual mandate is now gone.
Hallelujah! The angels are singing and dancing on baby. That's the only part of the tax thing I really care about, man.
It affects us.
And many people that we know.
Yes.
Many people.
Many. You clapped on
We
that one.
slashed the business tax rate from 35% all the way down to 21%, so American companies can compete and win against anyone else anywhere in the world.
I'm excited about this for small businesses.
Yeah.
These changes alone are estimated to increase average family income by more than $4,000. A lot of money.
No, there's not. So this is streaming via our
Small businesses have also received a massive tax cut and can now deduct 20% of their business income. Here tonight are Steve Staub and Sandy Keplinger of Staub Manufacturing, a small, beautiful business in Ohio. They've just finished the best year in their 20-year history.
Well, he stood for himself. All right, come on, everybody, up for me. Yeah.
You know you're going to work out. I'm expecting all you guys to be standing up, by the way.
Because of tax reform, they are handing out raises, hiring an additional 14 people, and expanding into the building next door.
Whoa. This is a real thing, though. I mean, and that's what I love about what Trump's doing here. It's a real person.
One of Staub's employees, Corey Adams, is also with us tonight.
Wow.
Corey is an all-American worker. He supported himself through high school, lost his job during the 2008 recession, and was later hired by Staub, where he trained to become a welder. Like many hardworking Americans, Corey plans to invest his tax cut raise into his new home and his 2 daughters' education. Corey, please stand.
I love it. Wow.
This is good optics, by the way.
This is so great. Look at his beautiful smile.
I'm not standing for you. Look at all the black men.
Oh, we didn't do anything.
Pelosi didn't stand.
And he's a great welder. I was told that by the man that owns that company that's doing so well. So congratulations, Corey. Since we passed tax cuts, roughly 3 million workers have already gotten tax cut bonuses. Many of them thousands and thousands of dollars per worker, and it's getting more every month, every week. Apple has just announced it plans to invest a total of $350 billion in America and hire another 20,000 workers.
Talked about this. Chinese dollar a day wages. Your Apple iPhones are now going to cost $2,000 instead of $300. And hey.
And just a little while ago, ExxonMobil announced a $50 billion investment in the United States. Just a little while ago.
No, stand. Come on, sit for a second.
ExxonMobil, guys.
This, in fact, is our new American moment. There has never been a better time to start living the American dream. So to every citizen watching at home tonight, no matter where you've been or where you've come from, this is your time. If you work hard, if you believe in yourself, if you believe in America, then you can dream anything. You can be anything. And together, we can achieve absolutely anything.
You probably aren't going to be able to be an astronaut even if you really, really work hard. Put it out there. You're probably not going to be an NBA player.
Well, there's stuff now.
Probably not going to be an Olympic swimmer.
You may be able to be an NBA player or an Olympic swimmer.
No matter how hard some people work.
Yeah.
How much hard they breathe.
Tonight, I want to talk about what kind of future we're going to have and what kind of a nation we're going to be. All of us together as one team, one people, and one American family can do anything. We all share the same home, the same heart, the same destiny, and the same great American flag.
Yes, for the flag. Everybody in the room should stand for the flag. It's pretty simple.
John Smith is ordering pizza. Take that, NFL players. Stand for the flag.
Together we are rediscovering the American way. In America, we know that faith and family, not government and bureaucracy, are the center of American life. The motto is, "In God we trust."
Yo, that is. Yo, fix it. Stand for that one, baby. Look at all the atheists sitting there. She ain't. She looks like she's not actually. They're not standing. I'm going to stand. I'm a Democrat. I love God. I'm going to stand. There are Democrats who love God, by the way. Couple. One, two, maybe.
Well, you can count them.
And we celebrate our police, our military, and our amazing veterans as heroes who deserve our total and unwavering support.
Gonna stand for that. Let's see what the Democrats are sitting against the police. Nancy, did you stand? Let us stand. Come on, y'all. Let us stand. Everybody is standing for the police. Good job.
Did they all stand for the police?
Here tonight is Preston Sharp, a 12-year-old boy from Redding, California, who noticed that veterans' graves were not marked with flags on Veterans Day. He decided all by himself to change that and started a movement that has now placed 40,000 flags at the graves of our great heroes.
Wow.
Preston, a job well done.
I thought it was Barron, but because he was sitting next to Melania. But it's Preston. We got Preston.
Way to go, Preston. Vice President Pence's wife sitting in between the two first ladies there. The vice first lady and the first lady. Everybody's smiling at him. That's nice.
Young patriots like Preston teach all of us about our civic duty as Americans. And I met Preston a little while ago, and he is something very special that I can tell you.
Aww.
Great future. Thank you very much for all you've done, Preston. Thank you very much.
It was really smart move on whoever organized this meeting to put the kid next to Melania.
Preston's reverence for those who have served our nation reminds us of why we salute our flag, why we put our hands on our hearts for the Pledge of Allegiance, and why we proudly stand for the national anthem.
Yo! Yeah, why we stand? Democrats don't stand! Democrats don't
Some of them are
stand!
thinking,
Oh, wait, should I stand for the national
what goes
anthem?
through their mind?
Should I stand?
You
Should
know
I
what I
not?
mean? Could you imagine, like,
I don't
it's gonna
know.
come back on you, you have to think, do I stand for this? Do I not stand for this? I think a lot of people just look around and like,
Well, we're still standing.
well, I think that the Republicans are going to get more exercise, and all you Democrats are going to be fat tomorrow. And you're going to get to eat every cupcake.
Americans love their country, and they deserve a government that shows them the same love and loyalty in return. For the last year, we have sought to restore the bonds of trust between our citizens and their government. Working with the Senate, we are appointing judges who will interpret the Constitution as written, including a great new Supreme Court justice and more circuit court judges than any new administration in the history of our country.
Yeah. They don't stand.
Not standing, not smiling.
Not smiling. Although, you don't see the eyes on you. Seriously? He's smiling on the inside, though, he's a kid.
These guys aren't happy, but Cory Booker sitting.
We're totally defending our Second Amendment and have taken historic actions to protect religious liberty.
Yes.
Preach it.
Preach it.
Preach it.
Preach it.
Preach it.
Just take it a minute.
Oh, Betsy DeVos. There she goes. DeVos.
And we are serving our brave
veterans, really know what to do.
Including giving our veterans choice in their health care decisions.
Choice. The Democrats are all about choice.
My body, my choice.
My health care, my choice. Thank you.
Oh, gotta stand. I tell you, Republicans are getting an exercise tonight, guys. Whew. Some of them could use it.
Last year, Congress also passed, and I signed, the landmark VA Accountability Act.
Yeah. They needed it.
Yes, they did.
We got a VA downtown, man. Bad mamma.
Since its passage, my administration has already removed more than 1,500 VA employees who failed to give our veterans the care they deserve. And we are hiring talented people who love our vets as much as we do.
Yeah, thanks for that. You know we're going to stand for that.
For those of you overseas, you may be able to understand the VA is a lot like the NHS. It's not good health care. Sydney agrees.
People die waiting for health care to be there.
Oh, it's terrible.
And I will not stop until our veterans are properly taken care of, which has been my promise to them from the very beginning of this great journey.
Cory Booger. No, it's not. How to get rid of him.
All Americans deserve accountability and respect. And that's what we are giving to our wonderful heroes, our veterans. Thank you.
Thank you. How are you mad? We're going to stand
For the veterans. No?
No? We're tired. We're getting tired.
So tonight I call on Congress to empower every cabinet secretary with the authority to reward good workers and to remove federal employees who undermine the public trust or fail the American people.
Because it reminds me of the FBI a little bit.
Did we stand? We're standing. We're standing. Okay, here we go. I'm sitting real crypto, man. That was okay.
In our drive to make Washington accountable, we have eliminated more regulations in our first year than any administration in the history of our country.
Sydney's really excited about this thing we're doing, by the way.
I think it's really good.
We have ended the war on American energy, and we have ended the war on beautiful, clean coal.
This is where we stand on this.
Well, you know, we got coal miner friends.
We do.
Not much worse than electricity.
Right.
Well, it's great for electricity.
Got her.
We are now very proudly an exporter of energy to the world. In Detroit, I halted government mandates that crippled America's great, beautiful auto workers so that we can get Motor City revving its engines again, and that's what's happening.
Well, there's no reason that American cars should be made in Mexico.
Correct. I agree.
He's got a little stripey tie there.
He's got a cartoon in his car.
He must have some good feelings.
Yeah, happy fella.
Many car companies are now building and expanding plants in the United States, something we haven't seen for decades. Chrysler is moving a major plant from Mexico to Michigan. Toyota and Mazda are opening up a plant in Alabama, a big one, and we haven't seen this in a long time. It's all coming back.
It is rather interesting to me that you got these foreign car companies running too.
It is. I mean,
great cars in America. But it kind of makes sense.
They're not happy. They're not happy with her standing. I don't know. Did you see her? I just had to do it. I had
Very
to.
soon, auto plants and other plants will be opening up all over our country. This is all news Americans are totally unaccustomed to hearing. For many years, companies and jobs were only leaving us. But now, They are roaring back. They're coming back. They want to be where the action is. They want to be in the United States of America. That's where they want to be.
I wouldn't be back. I wouldn't take up that gavel.
Yeah. When people don't stand.
Like Reverend Brennan. No, it's a city reporter.
No.
Yeah. No, it's a member of Congress. I think that's all.
Exciting progress is happening every single day. To speed access to breakthrough cures and affordable generic drugs, last year, the FDA approved more new and generic drugs and medical devices than ever before in our country's history.
I'm about, if you're going to have the drugs, okay, generic drugs, so that part I can go, but we want to be down with the FDA to start with.
I'm not happy with the FDA. I can't even use it.
Getting old.
We also believe that patients with terminal conditions, terminal illness, should have access to experimental treatment immediately that could potentially save their lives.
Definitely.
People who are terminally ill should not have to go from country to country to seek a cure. I want to give them a chance right here at home.
Why not?
It's time
They're
for Congress to
ill.
give these
Just throw the bucket at them. Throw everything at them. They're dying.
Try.
The right to try. Everybody should be able to stand for that one across the aisle.
Cory Booker ain't standing for nothing, Jack.
He wouldn't stand for Jesus.
One of my greatest priorities is to reduce the price of prescription drugs.
Look, he was like, everybody ought to agree on that. Y'all people get up off your seat.
You try, Chris.
Get up off them feet and dance like you feel better.
Oh.
Say, get up off of that thing.
Oh.
And dance like you feel better. They don't feel good.
In other countries, these drugs cost far less than what we pay in the United States, and it's very, very unfair. That is why I've directed my administration to make fixing the injustice of high drug prices one of my top priorities for the year.
All right. If you're going to have the drugs in it, they shouldn't cost us $2 billion. Get up off of that thing.
And dance like you feel better. Come on, get up off of that thing.
And prices will come down substantially.
All right. Watch.
America has also finally turned the page on decades of unfair trade deals that sacrificed our prosperity and shipped away our companies, our jobs, and our wealth. Our nation has lost its wealth, but we're getting it back so fast. The era of economic surrender is totally over. From now on, we expect trading relationships to be fair. And very importantly, reciprocal.
Oh, we forgot about our Facebook Live viewers. I'm sorry, we're coming to you. If there's any comments
there. We will work to fix bad trade deals and negotiate new ones, and they'll be good ones, but they'll be fair. And we will protect American workers and American intellectual property through strong enforcement of our trade rules.
Listen, you know, our founding fathers, our country was built on tariffs, making sure that people here in America aren't
As we rebuild our industries, it is also time to rebuild our crumbling infrastructure.
You know, Obama put people to work. I'm not very happy about that. Obama. Really.
Oh, yeah, it was just a bunch of fake jobs. They did stuff to our streets that did not need to be done. I don't know about where you guys live.
America is a nation of builders. We built the Empire State Building in just 1 year. Isn't it a disgrace that it can now take 10 years just to get a minor permit approved for the building of a simple road.
Yeah, well, you know, somebody's job depends upon those coming. Yeah.
I am asking both parties to come together to give us safe, fast, reliable, and modern infrastructure that our economy needs and our people deserve.
Yes. Some people standing. All right, here you go.
Yes, the sales guys start once the minute is free.
I thought it was free.
Tonight I'm calling on Congress to produce a bill that generates at least $1.5 trillion for the new infrastructure investment that our country so desperately needs. Every federal dollar should be leveraged by
money to foreign governments to bring that
and
in.
local governments, and where appropriate, tapping into private sector investment to permanently fix the infrastructure deficit, and we can do it.
I can get behind it with Rand Paul's suggestion of stop, you know, giving millions of dollars to Palestine and to Saudi Arabia and Iran and pull everybody out of Afghanistan.
Any bill must also streamline the permitting and approval process, getting it down to no more than 2 years and perhaps even 1. Together, we can reclaim our great building
You're going to mess with people's jobs, man. There are people who make money off that red tape. Their entire income is on red tape. So.
We will build gleaming new roads, bridges, highways, railways, and waterways all across our land.
This Stuart Trump is more liberal, Amber says.
With American heart,
good point,
American hands, and American grit.
True grit.
True grit.
Oh, let me stand for True Grit. With John Wayne supporters.
We want every American to know the dignity of a hard day's work. We want every child to be safe in their home at night. And we want every citizen to be proud of this land that we all love so much. We can lift our citizens from welfare to work, from dependence to independence,
yes,
and from poverty to prosperity.
Yes, I agree with all that. Me too. Because the Democrats don't want poverty to prosperity.
No,
they want that.
Ain't got no voters on the All our voters are
As tax cuts create new jobs, let's invest in workforce development and let's invest in job training, which we need so badly.
I like apprentices. It kind of goes with like his show. Apprenticing is really good.
That
one. Let's open great vocational schools so our future workers can learn a craft and realize their full potential.
We can get everybody to just be a worker, but I think that you should what?
And let's support working families by supporting paid family leave. As America regains its strength, opportunity must be extended to all citizens. That is why this year we will embark on reforming our prisons to help former inmates who have served their time get a second chance at life.
It depends on why they were in.
Yeah, Rand Paul's standing. We're still getting our exercise. Nope. You still got to stand up and do your exercise when other people stand. That's part of this deal.
Struggling communities, especially immigrant communities, will also be helped by immigration policies that focus on the best interests of American workers and American families. For decades, open borders have allowed drugs and gangs to pour into our most vulnerable communities. They've allowed millions of low-wage workers to compete for jobs and wages against the poorest Americans. Most tragically, they have caused the loss of many innocent lives.
Ooh, Democrats
Here
are gonna
tonight
stand for this one.
are two fathers and two mothers.
This is sad.
Evelyn Rodriguez,
Angel
Freddie
parents.
Cuevas, Elizabeth Alvarado,
Look at their faces.
and Robert Mickens.
Wow.
Their two teenage daughters, Kayla Cuevas and Nisa Mickens,
Did he?
were close friends on Long Island.
Oh, man.
But in September 2016, on the eve of Nisa's 16th birthday, such a happy time it should have been, neither of them came home. These two precious
What a racist
girls
president we have here.
were brutally murdered
The black
while
man.
walking together in their
Black people,
hometown.
Mm-hmm.
6 members of the savage MS-13 gang have been charged with Kayla and Nisa's murders.
Wow.
Many of these gang members took advantage of glaring loopholes in our laws to enter the country as illegal, unaccompanied, alien minors and wound up in Kayla and Nisa's
Are
high
those
school.
DACA recipients?
Evelyn, Elizabeth, Freddie, and Robert, tonight everyone in this chamber is praying for
Wow.
you.
Wow.
Everyone in America is grieving for you. Please stand. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Wow. Say a prayer for them tonight. That's too bad. Yeah. Something they don't want to have to relive. Look at him saying thank you to the president. Look at that black man. Look at this black family saying thank you to the president. He's not racist, you guys. He's like beyond not racist. He really cares about everybody. And I didn't think I was going to ever say that. But I've always known he's not racist.
Exactly.
Watching him on Apprentice.
Anybody that says that he's racist is absolutely just it's an agenda. They're pushing it
and
to
it's
this point.
hateful. I mean,
Now,
look at the people that can't stand for them. How awful these
argument
Democrats are.
Is
They
that
can't
Trump
stand.
is using them as some sort of ploy?
I want
No,
you to
Trump's
know
wanna
that
wanting to make a point.
320
Right.
million
Of
hearts
how he really
are right
feels.
now breaking for you. We love you.
Well,
Thank
Democrats aren't. They sat. Oh, you know what? Even Republicans would have stood.
If the roles
you.
were
But we
reversed.
cannot
With
imagine
Obama.
the depths of that kind of sorrow. We can make sure that other families never have to endure this kind of pain. Tonight I am calling on Congress to finally close the deadly loopholes that have allowed MS-13 and other criminal gangs to break into our country.
Because the Democrats
we
want
have
them
proposed new
in.
legislation
So they can
that will
stand.
fix our immigration laws and support our ICE and Border Patrol agents. These are great people. These are great, great people
The border.
that work so hard
I've seen about the Border
in the
Patrol
midst of
agents. They're
such
actually
danger,
like better than cops
so
and
that
FBI.
this
Oh, yeah.
can
They're
never
good people.
happen again.
I haven't seen any crazy things coming out of there.
Right. I want to clap in the microphone. So
Yo, Democrats aren't standing for that. Ain't gonna stand for that. No. This poor lady is like on the wrong side.
you know what? That's good though, because it's a stark contrast. It kind of
The
helps you
United
stand
States
out.
is a compassionate nation.
Some of them.
We are proud that we do more than any other country anywhere in the world to help the needy, the struggling, and the underprivileged all over the world.
We do
But as
that.
President of the United States, my highest loyalty,
I said bring
my
the money
greatest
back.
compassion, my constant concern is for America's children, America's struggling workers, and America's forgotten communities. I want our youth to grow up, to achieve great things. I want our poor to have their chance to rise. So tonight I am extending an open hand to work with members of both parties, Democrats and Republicans, to protect our citizens of every background, color, religion, and creed.
Okay. We should all stand for that.
I won't stand for that. Nope. Look
Some
at
of
her.
them.
She's like, I can't, I don't know.
Not
Should
anymore, because my fellow
Pelosi's
people are
not
going to
sure.
pull me back
Oh,
down.
the lady in the back.
Oh.
My duty
Okay.
and the sacred duty of every elected official in this chamber is to defend Americans, to protect their safety, their families, their communities, and their right to the American dream, because Americans are dreamers too.
Yeah, they are. Whoa! Americans are dreamers too. Americans are dreamers too. Americans are dreamers too.
Here tonight is one leader in the effort to defend our country, Homeland Security Investigation Special Agent Celestino Martinez. He goes by DJ and CJ. He said, call me either one. So we'll call you CJ. Served 15 years in the Air Force before becoming an ICE agent and spending the last 15 years fighting gang violence and getting dangerous criminals off of our streets. Tough job. At one point, MS-13 leaders ordered CJ's murder, and they wanted it to happen quickly. But he did not cave to threats or to fear. Last May, he commanded an operation to track down gang members on Long Island. His team has arrested nearly 400, including more than 220 MS-13 gang members.
That has to be a good thing.
And I have to tell you, what the Border Patrol and ICE have done, we have sent thousands and thousands and thousands of MS-13 horrible people out of this country or into our prisons. So I just want to congratulate you, CJ. You're a brave guy. Thank you very much.
Well, there you go.
Standing for CJ.
Thank you, CJ.
Getting her exercise next to the guy with the paisley tie.
Nice.
Could be blue. Could be blue or red. Come on.
Look, a lot of the Dems stood for that, but some of them, you know, the justices stood.
I asked CJ, what's the secret? He said, we're just tougher than they are, and I like that answer. Now let's get Congress to send you, and all of the people in this great chamber have to do it. We have no choice. CJ, we're going to send you reinforcements, and we're going to send them to you quickly. It's what you need.
Why are we spending money overseas if we can't even fund the ICE agents?
Over the next few weeks, the House and Senate will be voting on an immigration reform package. In recent months, my administration has met extensively with both Democrats and Republicans to craft a bipartisan approach to immigration reform. Based on these discussions, we presented Congress with a detailed proposal that should be supported by both parties as a fair compromise, one where nobody gets everything they want, but where our country gets the critical reforms it needs and must have.
Yes. We'll see. Senator Schumer says the wall won't be built no matter what.
So he's going to stop him with his tears, man. Down that wall with them tears.
Here are the 4 pillars of our plan. The first pillar of our framework generously offers a path to citizenship.
Look, you look at the Dems.
For 1.8 million illegal immigrants who were brought here by their parents at a young age. That covers almost 3 times more people than the previous administration covered.
My face. I don't like this. But we'll see. Very similar.
But I love how he's like.
Under our plan, those who meet education and work requirements and show good moral character will be able to become full citizens of the United States over a 12-year period.
What about chain migration? Are they bringing their parents that brought them here illegally, or do they get to stay?
The second pillar fully secures the border.
You got the people standing for that. Fully securing the border, up for that. Build the wall. 1,000 feet tall. I don't like walls, guys.
That
really
means
don't.
building a great wall on the southern border, and it means hiring more heroes like CJ to keep our communities safe.
Did you know that Mexico just stopped a huge drug bust? Tons of heroin and crack coming across that border. People are dying, dude.
It would save thousands and thousands of lives.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thousands of lives.
Crucially, our plan closes the terrible loopholes exploited by criminals and terrorists to enter our country. And it finally ends the horrible and dangerous practice of catch and release.
I don't understand this. You got to do something about these sanctuary cities.
It's the state of the union. Y'all belong to the union. Remember that, the sanctuary cities.
The third pillar ends the visa lottery, a program that randomly hands out green cards without any
random
skill, merit, or the safety of American people.
And like some of the countries that like don't come here, like the countries that don't come here, then somehow you get into, and people are exploiting that.
It's time to begin moving toward a merit-based immigration system, one that admits people who are skilled, who want to work, who will contribute to our society, and who will love and respect our country.
That's what I care about the most.
Goes without saying.
I just care that people love and respect America because they want to be here. You know, you don't have to be a doctor or an engineer. You love America.
Well, you shouldn't come over here to like leech off of welfare.
I know, but you don't have to.
The fourth and final
America.
pillar protects the nuclear family by ending chain migration.
There you go.
Some people are getting real tired. The lady in the red with the blue skirt, she is not tired.
Under the current broken system, a single immigrant can bring in virtually unlimited numbers of distant relatives. Under our plan, we focus on the immediate family by limiting sponsorships to spouses and minor children.
And you're thinking it should be like Grandma and Uncle Harry?
Cousin Ted.
This vital reform is necessary not just for our economy, but for our security and for the future of America. In recent weeks, 2 terrorist attacks in New York were made possible by the visa lottery and chain migration. In the age of terrorism, these programs present risks we can just no longer afford. It's time to reform. These outdated immigration rules and finally bring our immigration system into the 21st century.
Well, you have guns and people and Islam and people want to blow people up.
These 4 pillars represent a down-the-middle compromise and one that will create a safe, modern, and lawful immigration system. For over 30 years, Washington has tried and failed to solve this problem. This Congress can be the one that finally makes it happen. Most importantly, these 4 pillars will produce legislation that fulfills my ironclad pledge to sign a bill that puts America first.
There we go. America first. There we go. Standing, standing.
So let's come together, set politics aside, and finally get the job done.
Hopefully don't sit on the couch.
Come on. Come on.
These reforms will also support our response to the terrible crisis of opioid and drug addiction. Never before has it been like it is now. It is terrible. We have to do something about it. In 2016, we lost 64,000 Americans to drug overdoses. 174 deaths per day. 7 per hour. We must get much tougher on drug dealers and pushers.
Yes. Yes.
If we are going to succeed in stopping this scourge.
There's an article on Zero Hedge that in Afghanistan, as soon as they bombed the heroin facilities, in 3 or 4 days they were like, wow. What do you think about that, Trump? Come on. Come on.
Pull out of Afghanistan.
My administration is committed to fighting the drug epidemic and helping get
start in
treatment
Afghanistan where
they're
growing all the poppy.
For those who have been so terribly hurt. The struggle will be long and it will be difficult, but as Americans always do, in the end, we will succeed, we will prevail.
We will succeed, we will prevail.
As we have seen tonight, the most difficult challenges bring out the best in America. We see a vivid expression of this truth in the story of the Holetz family of New Mexico. Ryan Holetz is 27 years old, an officer with the Albuquerque Police Department. He's here tonight with his wife, Rebecca.
Oh, and their baby.
Thank you, Ryan. Last year, Ryan was on duty when he saw a pregnant, homeless woman preparing to inject heroin. When Ryan told her she was going to harm her unborn child, she began to weep. She told him she didn't know where to turn, but badly wanted a safe home for her baby. In that moment, Ryan said he felt God speak to him. You will do it because you can. He heard those words. He took out a picture of his wife and their 4 kids. Then he went home to tell his wife, Rebecca. In an instant, she agreed to adopt. The Holetz named their new daughter Hope. Ryan and Rebecca, you embody the goodness of our nation. Thank you.
Is that the baby?
I think that's the baby.
I hope all the Democrats are famous for that one. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
What?
Now we got 5 kids.
I'm glad they put him next to
Melania. That's awesome.
That's so special.
Wow. Okay, the whole room kind of stood for that.
I want every Democrat to realize that Christians do adopt babies, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to happen? Shouldn't she abort? No, this police officer said, we're Christians, God told me to take this baby.
Thank you, Ryan and Rebecca.
Thank you, Ryan and Rebecca.
Christians adopt.
As we rebuild America's strength and confidence at home, we are also restoring our strength and standing abroad. Around the world, we face rogue regimes, terrorist groups, and rivals like China and Russia that challenge our interests, our economy, and our values. In confronting these horrible dangers, we know that weakness is the surest path to conflict, and unmatched power is the surest means to our true and great defense. For this reason, I am asking Congress to end the dangerous defense sequester and fully fund our great military.
Okay, Danny. Military guys, they're sitting.
You just to the guy in the middle there.
He's like throwing it down. The other guy.
That's the guy who told Hillary, unless you're going to go to World War III.
As part of our defense, we must modernize and rebuild our nuclear arsenal, hopefully never having to use it, but making it so strong and so powerful that it will deter any acts of aggression
he's really good
by
at
any other
enunciation.
nation
Yeah.
or
He's
anyone
like
else.
a really good enunciator. Dems aren't standing for that one.
No.
Poor lady in the red there, right there. She's like the only one on that aisle.
Perhaps someday in the future there will be a magical moment when the countries of the world will get together to eliminate their nuclear weapons. Unfortunately, we are not there yet, sadly. Last year, I also pledged that we would work with our allies to extinguish ISIS from the face of the earth.
It's got to be a good thing across the board.
1 year later, I am proud to report that the coalition to defeat ISIS has liberated very close to 100% of the territory
this is better than
just recently held by these killers in Iraq and in Syria and in other locations as well.
Yeah, the generals are standing.
Everybody took that one.
Wow. Well, see, Hillary's all about, the Democrats are all about Syria, taking over Syria.
Yep.
You know.
He's having the mic, Trump.
But there is much more work to be done. We will continue our fight until ISIS is defeated. Army Staff Sergeant Justin Peck is here tonight.
Israel and Turkey still want to get that war going in Syria.
Justin and his comrade, Chief Petty Officer Kenton Stacy, were on a mission to clear buildings that ISIS had rigged with explosive so that civilians could return to that city, hopefully soon and hopefully safely. Clearing the second floor of a vital hospital, Kenton Stacy was severely wounded by an explosion. Immediately, Justin bounded into the booby-trapped and unbelievably dangerous and unsafe building and found Kenton, but in very, very bad shape. He applied pressure to the wound and inserted a tube to reopen an airway. He then performed CPR for 20 straight minutes during the ground transport and maintained artificial respiration through 2.5 hours and through emergency surgery.
Wow.
Kenton Stacy would have died if it were not for Justin's selfless love for his fellow warrior. Tonight, Kenton is recovering in Texas. Raqqa is liberated, and Justin is wearing his new Bronze Star with a V for valor. Staff Sergeant Peck, all of America salutes you.
Yeah, there you go.
All of America salutes you, Peck. That's pretty impressive, actually.
Yeah, that is really impressive.
We shouldn't have been in Syria, but hey.
See, the justices are allowed to stand. Good for them.
I didn't know they were. I always heard places that you stand.
It's weird. I never know when the Dems are going to stand and when they're not going to stand. I mean, they stand for this guy.
Just because they like Syria. They like the invasion of Syria, like the war in Syria.
Yeah, I guess. Do they have maybe like talking points, like you're allowed to stand here, you're not allowed to stand on this issue?
I think so. I probably, yeah, definitely.
Read this over while you're going potty, memorize it.
Terrorists who do things like place bombs in civilian hospitals are evil. When possible, we have no choice but to annihilate them. When necessary, we must be able to detain and question them. But we must be clear. Terrorists are not merely criminals. They are unlawful enemy combatants.
Yeah.
Yeah. True. Okay. You go with that?
Well, there we go then. It takes too long for them to stand.
I wish somebody would zero in on the Democrats to their faces, but yeah. I wish somebody would.
This is their favorite.
And when captured overseas, they should be treated like the terrorists they are. In the past, we have foolishly released hundreds and hundreds of dangerous terrorists, only to meet them again on the battlefield, including the ISIS leader, al-Baghdadi, who we captured, who we had, who we released. So today, I'm keeping another promise. I just signed, prior to walking in, an order directing Secretary Mattis, who is doing a great job. Thank you.
I don't have to talk for that. I don't have to bounce for that.
Yeah, you know, the war in Syria thing.
You know, good for that guy. The Democrats stood for Mattis.
Well, they, you know,
nostril flare.
To re-examine our military detention policy and to keep open the detention facilities in Guantanamo Bay.
We're going to send me a link there. That's
Hillary's going down there.
They're making them all look like
after this memo gets released. There's a lot of people going down there now.
I am asking Congress to ensure that in the fight against ISIS and Al-Qaeda, we continue to have all necessary power to detain terrorists wherever we chase them down, wherever we find them. And in many cases, for them, it will now be Guantanamo Bay.
Guantanamo Bay.
At the same time, as of a few months ago, our warriors in Afghanistan have new rules of engagement.
Tell me they can lock up torpedoes. Yeah. Please, God, lock them up.
Along with their heroic Afghan partners, our military is no longer undermined by artificial timelines, and we no longer tell our enemies our plans. Last month, I also took an action endorsed unanimously by the U.S. Senate just months before. I recognized Jerusalem as the capital of Israel.
No Democrats. We will. We will. Hey, hey.
Shortly afterwards, dozens of countries voted in the United Nations General Assembly against America's sovereign right to make this decision.
True.
In 2016, American taxpayers generously sent those same countries more than $20 billion in aid. That is why tonight I am asking Congress to pass legislation to help ensure American foreign assistance dollars always serve American interests and only go to friends of America, not enemies of America.
Yes. So, down with that.
Posted a video.
The Democrats obviously want
Palestinians hanging effigies of Donald Trump in tents. Why would we send them money?
Yeah.
They want us dead. Look at it.
As we strengthen friendships all around the world, we are also restoring clarity about our adversaries. When the people of Iran rose up against the crimes of their corrupt dictatorship, I did not stay silent. America stands with the people of Iran in their courageous struggle for freedom.
That's a pretty big deal, right? Yeah. Okay, some Democrats are standing.
Here's the thing, though. The Saudi Arabians can't even do as much as Iran. Iran actually is a little bit more free than Saudi Arabia, I have to admit.
I am asking Congress to address the fundamental flaws in the terrible Iran nuclear deal. My administration has also imposed tough sanctions on the communist and socialist dictatorships in Cuba and Venezuela.
Yeah. Listen, guys, I ain't playing with Tommy, man. Come on now.
But no regime
He won't say
has
anything about
oppressed
Saudi
its
Arabia,
own
though.
citizens
No.
more totally or
like
brutally
The orb.
than the cruel dictatorship in North Korea.
Okay.
North
recommend.
Korea's reckless pursuit of nuclear missiles could very soon threaten our homeland.
George Soros says that
We
they
are
should get
waging
them.
a campaign of
might
maximum
fund them.
pressure to prevent that from ever happening. Past experience has taught us that complacency and concessions only invite aggression and provocation. I will not repeat the mistakes of past administrations that got us into this very dangerous position. We need only look at the depraved character of the North Korean regime to understand the nature of the nuclear threat it could pose to America and to our allies. Otto Warmbier was a hard-working student at the University of Virginia, and a great student he was. On his way to study abroad in Asia, Otto joined a tour to North Korea. At its conclusion, this wonderful young man was arrested and charged with crimes
The guy is actually
against
from
the state.
I think Cincinnati.
After a shameful trial, the dictatorship sentenced Otto to 15 years of hard labor before returning him to America last June, horribly injured and on the verge of death.
It's just sad.
He passed away just days after his return.
It's so sad.
Otto's wonderful parents, Fred and Cindy Warmbier, are here with us tonight, along with Otto's brother and sister,
Wow.
Austin and Greta. Please.
I'm so sorry.
Wow. At least everybody stood for that.
Yeah, it's just a sad situation. Don't go to North Korea.
Wasn't Trump integral in getting him back?
I think so, yeah, definitely. Definitely. Cory Booker even said. Oh wow, they're just, man, tore up.
You would be too, yeah. I guess that must be their kids behind them.
Yeah, looks like it.
That's awful. It's so hard to know that your family
Incredible
members
people.
suffered.
You are powerful witnesses to a menace that threatens our world, and your strength truly inspires us all. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Sometimes they don't understand. It's so hard. It's hard to even watch.
Man, this is just, ouch.
Because they were told they were allowed to stand for that one.
Tonight we pledge to honor Otto's memory with total American resolve. Thank you. Finally,
I love his face. I love when he really,
I can't even do it.
we are joined by one more witness to the ominous nature of this regime.
Two.
His name is Mr. Ji Sung-ho. In 1996, Sung-ho was a starving boy in North Korea. One day he tried to steal coal from a railroad car to barter for a few scraps of food, which were very hard to get. In the process, he passed out on the train tracks, exhausted from hunger.
wow.
He woke up as a train
Kindness is so awesome.
ran over his limbs.
Ah!
He then endured multiple amputations without anything to dull the pain or the hurt. His brother and sister gave what little food they had to help him recover and ate dirt themselves, permanently stunting their own growth. Later, he was tortured by North Korean authorities after returning from a brief visit to China. His tormentors wanted to know if he'd met any Christians. He had, and he resolved after that to be free.
Wow.
Sung Ho traveled thousands of miles on crutches all across China and Southeast Asia to freedom. Most of his family followed. His father was caught trying to escape and was tortured to death.
You know, these are the refugees.
Today he lives in Seoul, where he rescues other defectors and broadcasts into North Korea what the regime fears most, the truth. Today he has a new leg, but Sung Ho, I understand you still keep those old crutches as a reminder of how far you've come. Your great sacrifice is an inspiration to us all. Please, thank you.
Holy smokes!
You know, I got crazy lefty liberals on our Resistance 6 page, and I post things on North Korea. How do you know?
He brought the daggone crutches! Look at this guy!
How do you know North
Look
Korea
at
is
his
really
face!
a horrible dictatorship?
That is my hero in the room. He's my hero in the entire room. I mean, hands down. He just has that, I did it, this is real deal. He brought the daggum crutches, they're completely wooden. This is incredible. That's awesome.
Sung Ho's story is a testament to the yearning of every human soul to live in freedom. It was that same yearning for freedom that nearly 250 years ago gave birth to a special place called America. It was a small cluster of colonies caught between a great ocean and a vast wilderness. It was home to an incredible people with a revolutionary idea that they could rule themselves, that they could chart their own destiny, and that together they could light up the entire world. That is what our country has always been about. That is what Americans have always stood for, always strived for, and always done. Atop the dome of this Capitol stands the Statue of Freedom. She stands tall and dignified among the monuments to our ancestors who fought and lived and died to protect her. Monuments to Washington and Jefferson and Lincoln and King. Memorials to the heroes of Yorktown and Saratoga. To young Americans who shed their blood on the shores of Normandy and the fields beyond, and others who went down in the waters of the Pacific and the skies all over Asia. And freedom stands tall over one more monument, this one, this Capitol, this living monument. This is the monument to the American people.
Very serious for that one. It's been a while. It's been still too long.
Justice is not standing for that one. Okay.
USA. Who's doing that? So this is Trump family. They're all kind of sitting like.
We're a people whose heroes live not only in the past, but all around us, defending hope, pride, and defending the American way. They work in every trade. They sacrifice to raise a family. They care for our children at home. They defend our flag abroad. And they are strong moms and brave kids. They are firefighters and police officers and border agents, medics and Marines. But above all else, they are Americans. And this capital, this city, this nation belongs entirely to them. Our task is to respect them,
speech, Trump.
to listen to them, to serve them, to protect them, and to always be worthy of them. Americans fill the world with art and music. They push the bounds of science and discovery, and they forever remind us of what we should never, ever forget. The people dreamed this country. The people built this country. And it's the people who are making America great again.
I love it. And there's that one. Jesus, Lord, it's not to God. Come on, here we go. God put that dream inside of people. The pilgrim.
Yeah.
Like this one candle can light 1,000, so this light here. So shine.
As long as we are proud of who we are and what we are fighting for, there is nothing we cannot achieve. As long as we have confidence in our values, faith in our citizens, and trust in our God,
Trust in God, baby.
we will never fail.
That's
Our
true.
families will thrive. Our people will prosper. And our nation will forever be safe and strong and proud and mighty and free. Thank you, and God bless America. Good night.
Nothing controversial. Just stay it in the zone.
Dude, man, they exit. Like, there's no encore here. This is the end. Like, the
Dems are done.
shot out.
Dems are done. I'm done.
Did you see how fast? They probably all gotta go, like, have diarrhea bout of nerves. Like, I didn't know. Did I sit? Did I sit okay? Did I sit at all the right time? Did I stand when I wasn't supposed to
Democrats
stand?
are like, I can't handle this anymore.
Is it too much? Encore. Encore. This is like a
Now,
concert.
can you just say something from your heart, like, not speechy?
Yeah. Here he goes. Gonna greet some people.
Shake some hands.
That guy. Oh, she's got like perfect hair, didn't she?
Wow.
Those are the
How do
generals.
you...
They're all like, is he gonna shake my hand? I'm gonna stand here. See if he's gonna shake my hand.
I'm not moving.
I ain't
Come
moving.
my
He's
direction.
right here. I'm not moving. Don't look at him. She stood there because she was like, I'm gonna get a handshake.
Can you shake everyone in the room?
No, you can't shake everybody in the room. I mean, I'd like to shake.
You know what? I gotta
room.
tell you, like, he stood the whole time. He's an old dude, man. Like, seriously. He's in his 70s, dude.
I know.
No, I mean, like,
I know what you're saying, though.
I'm saying
all
that everybody's wondering that his health. Or wondering his Alzheimer's. Or wondering, this guy is super healthy.
Could you imagine Hillary standing there for an hour and a half?
She wouldn't do it.
She would have been coughing stuff up in her cup, drinking water. Did he take a single drink of water?
No, he
was up
didn't.
there? No, he didn't, man. He was
How?
gold.
Why? He's like the Energizer Bunny. Everybody else is like, I'm tired, dude. I gotta go home.
There's the justices, and shake your hand. I got a handshake. Now we're all going to smooth.
Rex Tillerson.
Yeah.
That guy.
That guy. Oh.
That dog Mattis.
Thank you. Some old people. She's got to tell him something. Now listen, hang on. Can you sign this for me, please? Oh, no, I'm not going to sign your thing. He didn't sign her thing. Should have signed the blue lady's thing.
He doesn't have time.
I know, but still, it wouldn't look good.
Well, it's not a time for signing. I don't think. It's kind
you're
of disrespectful to say that you ask for a signature.
Yeah. This guy, I love how these people, we don't like the president, but we want to get a handshake. Thank you, Mr. President. He's pushing the old lady along. Come on, keep it moving. No, she's still happy.
Well,
I'm
she's
just
a
gonna
little
stand right by her.
delirious here.
president there.
Okay. Oh. He's fitter than me, so what says. He's got more energy than a 25-year-old, Sicilian girl says. Scotty says, I can't believe how well he's
put together
he is for how old he is.
Yeah.
He would outperform they would have to perform an exorcism on Hillbilly, Eric Butler says. President Trump is probably healthier than me, Chris Holman says at 39. Same with me, I'm 29, Scotty says. Amber says he's sure healthier than me. Great speech, Mr. Trump. Trump's secret health comes from antibiotics and his 2 scoops of ice cream and McDonald's.
Probably.
He could kick my butt, John Smith says. He gets up and goes and sits by S. Oh, wait, no, I'm not reading that one. Okay. Sorry, Adeline. Democrats are now queuing at the stage door for Trump's autograph, Mr. Britton says. He is sharp.
He is sharp.
He is sharp, man.
Oh, he did sign something. Look, he just signed something. Thank you. Yeah,
okay, switch your feed to Democrat butthurt on CNN or MSNBC.
Really?
Oh, ouch.
Could
we even do that?
I don't know.
Ow. Dude, wouldn't you rather just stay in like the zone?
Yeah, let's
have to hear the
Let's not
nastiness?
listen to the fake news.
All right,
so
guys.
they have cut us off.
They cut our feed.
They have cut our feed, so.
All right, so major points there.
You can remove your
Trump hit immigration pretty good, but you know, from what I understand, most Republicans aren't gonna stand for the DACA, but the 1.8 whatever citizenship, seriously, voting rights. Like a lot of people said, why can't you just let them stay here but not make them citizens?
Yeah.
And some people are saying that this is his way of art of the deal, showing that the Democrats won't.
It's never enough.
Right.
There is no compromise with them. It's
right.
all or you're a monster.
Right. It's all, yeah, or you're a monster.
So I was really pleased that
biblical State of the Union address.
No holds barred. He addressed every issue that he felt was important.
The mean girls stay at home so we can enjoy the State of the Union. I didn't see people wearing all white or anything.
Oh yeah, do you remember
black.
that from last year? Yeah,
they
all
just stayed home, and you know what? That left more seats for other people, didn't it?
It did leave more seats.
So other people got to bring other people. So
they should be vetted first, says Sanhar, and Trump said that too. So absolutely, there is no reason why we should have some sort of immigration lottery. Right. Where it's just the flip of a coin, whoever gets it, gets it.
That was long, and I have to tell you, I was looking it up. The longest State of the Union address was 89 minutes by Bill Clinton.
Really?
Longest.
How long was this one?
Looks like it was an hour and a half.
Well, we started a little bit before, but yeah, it seems like it was about an hour and a half. Maybe he wanted to just beat Clinton
by like
probably.
I don't know. Maybe he would. I don't know. We have to time that. Whether it was go out and go all day, baby.
The homeless have dreams too, says Gary.
All right. Let's see. What else? The highlights of this speech. You know, I was mostly moved by the people that he brought.
Yeah.
To emphasize, you know, we can't just allow people in.
Right.
MS-13, bad actors are coming in. We Are Borg knows personally somebody was killed.
Eric Mathis says
knows
that
of somebody who was
I'm going
killed.
to put my babies down to bed.
Oh,
did a great job and have a good night. Thank you,
Eric. Yeah.
I know a lot of other people had to leave while.
So now we're waiting for the memo. We would hope.
I really was hoping something he might slip something in there.
Maybe he's going to go home and watch with that interview with Piers Morgan. He lies in bed and he does tweet out. And he wakes up in the morning and he tweets things out.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what gets tweeted after this. I think here's the thing. The State of the Union happens once a year.
Yeah.
And it is Trump's opportunity to show the world that he is trying to unify his country.
That's what it was about, trying to unify things. And people I guarantee you they're going to say it was divisive. They're going to say this, that. But he went in to be unifying. It wasn't a rally. He wasn't trying to give a death speech to Hillary. He wasn't
say anything about fake news.
And he didn't say anything about fake news. He didn't say anything that would be divisive, but they'll find a way to be divisive.
Oh, absolutely.
I guarantee you tomorrow Joe Scarborough on the Morning Joe is going to rip it to shreds. Joe Scarborough says that the memo that's coming out is filled with false information and this and that and this and that. Last thing I heard, only 10 Democrats have read it, and only people who are in Congress have read it. So how would he even know?
Well, and here's my thing. All right.
Yeah.
So you're saying that it's filled with fake news, or not fake news, but whatever, false statements and whatnot. And yet the other argument is that it's a national security risk to release it. So which is it? Is it completely fake and it doesn't matter if the public gets it because it's all just falsehoods? Or is it so factual and real that it's a national security risk? That's my question. That's what I want to know.
All right, so I want to leave you guys with a little bit of news tonight. Wake up. Wake up. Come on, what was the song? Get on your feet and dance.
And dance like you feel better.
Come on.
I said get up off of that thing.
Oh.
And dance like you feel better.
Woo,
I said
Trump's
get up
president.
off of that thing. And dance like you feel better.
Trump's your president.
Get up off of that thing. And dance like you feel better.
And
I don't
Hillary
know
ain't.
the rest of the words.
And Hillary ain't my president.
No,
Hillary
she ain't.
ain't my president.
Hillary ain't my president.
Hillary will never be my president. Glory to God. It's like a hymn. It's a daggone hymn.
I'm so excited about Hillary not being my president. I'm about to speak in tongues here, y'all people. We're bringing church down at Resistance Chicks.
Do you think she would have said anything about God? Do you think she would have brought, said anything about, I don't know, anything good? No. All right.
No,
so,
I mean, what about the guy that went to the lady that was about to shoot up heroin? God told me.
She would have said, abort the baby.
Let me take you to the nearest Planned Parenthood. Let's go there.
Speaking of that, if you guys have been following my Facebook, the House passed a 20-week abortion ban, and the Senate barely didn't pass it, and they used a filibuster not to pass a 20-week abortion ban. Just to let you guys know what a 20-week abortion ban, only 7 countries have this are as loose on abortion as our country is.
Now, Pasovic went over
say-
it and went and broke it down, so we can probably try to find that video and put it in the description.
We could. North Korea and China allow for these abortions. However, it wasn't Pasovic, it was Ben Shapiro.
I'm sorry, thank you.
Yeah. So, and I posted that on my Facebook page.
Okay, good.
On Resistance Chicks.
I don't know why I said Pasovic. Okay,
but
very good.
everybody's like, the liberals love Europe.
Right?
Most European countries don't allow abortion after 12 weeks.
12 weeks.
And we were asking for a 20-week abortion ban.
Why can't we go down to 12?
There are babies living.
So then we can get down to 0.
There are babies living outside of the womb. They can't have a baby outside of the womb bill.
I like it.
And the big thing is that the Dems say DACA recipients came here of no fault of their own. They need citizenship.
Mm-hmm.
Babies are created of no fault of their own. We're not saying kill the DACA kids, but you're saying it's okay to kill babies in the womb. It's totally crazy.
Otto reminds us that, for those of you that may not know, pregnancy is 37 to 39 weeks. So that gives you an indication of how far along that 20 weeks is.
All right, so second Trump dossier emerges one day after FISA memo vote. This is so crazy, you guys. Insane, all right? So you got this Clinton guy, this Clinton Hatchet guy, who is well known to be this rogue, lying guy, pretending like he has authority. But he came forward with an anti-Trump memo that supposedly corroborates Steele's memo. However, they both are citing like the same Kremlin guy. So this is what I don't understand. Here we have a memo, or here we have a dossier that says Trump colluded with Russia.
Mm-hmm.
But in order to get it, the Dems had to collude with Russia. This is facepalm times a million.
That part. Yep.
All right, so you have the Guardian reporting this. I guess this guy, his name is Cody Shearer. And
Cody.
This second dossier confirms Steele's claim that Trump was compromised by the Russian intelligence in 2013 during a trip to Moscow that involved the P-Gate at a 5-star hotel. Cody Shearer cites an unnamed source within Russian security service, the FSB. Now, this is what I understand. You can collude with Russians, but they're bad. They're so bad. Meaning that both anti-Trump dossiers tied to Hillary Clinton used Russian disinformation to discredit and undermine a candidate for U.S. president.
Sorry.
The Democrats colluded with Russia, y'all.
Yeah, they did.
Big time, baby.
Mm-hmm.
They paid them. They paid them. They paid the Russians. Citing a source with knowledge of the inquiry, The Guardian reported that the FBI was still working on the Shearer dossier, suggesting the bureau was taking at least some of it seriously. Actually, it would be the Page Strzok wing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, here's it's going to play something. Oh, it doesn't matter. There's no sound. Are you plugged in?
No.
You're not?
It raises the possibility that we're going to sign up anyways. It raises the possibility that parts of the Steele dossier, which has been derided by Trump supporters, may have been corroborated by Shearer's research, or still could be, wrote The Guardian. Shearer's name recently appeared in a January 25th letter from the Senate Judiciary Committee to 6 individuals or entities thought to be involved in the funding, creation, or distribution of the original salacious and unverified Trump dossier. And so you have the left all excited about it. However, conservatives are a little bit more skeptical on the latest unconfirmed dossier. Given Shearer's past, his brother served as an ambassador during the Clinton administration, and his late sister was married to Strobe Talbot, the
Over
chief
the weekend, the White House released a framework for responsible immigration reform
Furthermore,
that will
got the
protect our
investigation
people,
of Hillary Clinton
put the interests of American
the
workers
National Review
first,
called
and
Shearer
provide a
someone with
permanent
history
solution
of
to
misleading foreign
DACA.
sources,
Our framework includes 4
representing
pillars:
himself as an agent
border
of the
security,
US government.
including the
Shouldn't that be
wall,
illegal?
DACA legalization,
Treason? Yes.
ending extended
And
family
creating
chain
trouble for both
migration,
himself
and
and the United
eliminating
States
the
abroad.
visa lottery, moving us toward a merit-based system of
The
immigration.
National Review.
We look forward to working with
cited
Congress
the
to
story
pass
about
and sign
Shearer's
legislation
secret
that
trip to
addresses
Bosnia
each of
in the
these 4
90s,
pillars.
where he extorted money
Looking
from the
ahead to
Bosnian
tomorrow,
Serbs,
as you
claiming he
know,
was
the
a
President will
secret envoy
deliver his
of the
first
Clinton
State of the
administration
Union
to negotiate a
address.
reduction of war
The
crimes.
theme
I'm
of
gonna
the
keep
address
that in
is
my
building a
repertoire
safe,
for people
strong,
that don't
and
know
proud
me.
America,
But
which
I'm
is
a government
exactly what the
agent or
President has
something.
worked
But
to
you know
do
what? I bet
during
he
his
was.
first
I
year
bet he
in
was
office.
negotiating on the Clinton
I don't want to
part,
get ahead of
because
what the
that's their
President will
foundation
say
does.
during his
True.
remarks.
Like the
It
original
will
dossier,
obviously
the
be
Guardian adds
must-watch
Shearer
TV,
shared his dossier
but I
with
do want to
select
make
news
an announcement
organizations
about one of the
before
most
election,
important traditions
without naming
that
the
guests
hang
will
on,
be
Sarah
sitting in
Sanders
the
is
First
talking to
Lady's
someone.
box.
Sarah.
I'll name a few of those
That's my fault.
individuals and a
Oh,
little
she's
bit
playing
about them.
afterwards.
First,
Is she?
Yeah, that must have been playing for like a whole minute.
Wow.
Sorry, guys.
That was from yesterday.
My bad.
All right, so Nick Short says the FBI was given a second phony Trump dossier in October 2016 by Steele. This one written by Clinton hatchet man Cody Shearer. Second dossier was meant to corroborate allegations made in the phony dossier created by Steele, funded by Clinton and the DSA, both DNC. Both dossiers cite FSB as a source. So, a brief refresher of the facts and allegations. The DNC and Hillary Clinton's PAC was revealed by the Washington Post to have paid the opposition research firm Fusion GPS for the creation of the dossier that would be harmful to Clinton. Fusion commissioned former UK spy Christopher Steele to assemble the dossier, which is comprised of a series of memos relying largely on Russian government sources, corroborating, colluding with the Russians. Clinton and the Democrats colluded with the Russians. They colluded with the Russians. They colluded with the Russians.
Corroborating?
Well,
You mean collaborating?
collaborating.
Collaborating.
And they cooperated with
They
them.
corroborated their story.
Whatever. They done did get information
They
from the Russians.
corroborated.
Hillary Clinton's campaign chairman, John Podesta, denied under oath to the Senate Intelligence Committee that he knew about the dossier's funding. While Clinton's former spokesman, Brian Fallon, told CNN that Hillary likely had no idea who paid for it either. But she knew about Russia.
Yeah.
She kept saying it, Russia, 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 Russia,
Russia, Russia.
Podesta met with Fusion co-founder Glenn Simpson the day after the Trump dossier was published by BuzzFeed. Nick Short says, a fact that both of these dossiers cite unnamed FSB sources for their allegations of Trump collusion and it doesn't happen to raise any red flags is astonishing. Why were both of these dossiers treated as textbook examples of Kremlin disinformation? This is collusion by sources inside of Russia. Disgusting, despicable. Also, I want to give you guys a little update here. Employee who sent the false Hawaii ballistic missile alert has been fired.
The one that
Would not work with the FCC.
Right.
Now, with this update, we've heard two different stories on how this happened.
Clinton planted evidence to frame Trump. Planted evidence to frame Trump.
Clinton planted evidence to frame Trump. That's what this is all about.
Yes, it is.
So following the publication of an FCC report on the Hawaiian ballistic missile false alarm, the as yet unnamed employee has finally been fired. In the days after the epic mistake, the employee was transferred to another department where he wouldn't be near the emergency alert function.
Do I still have audio
beep,
going?
Beep.
No way.
Really?
No way. No, I don't. Nothing's running. Maybe you were just watching it a back loop, Scotty.
Beep, beep.
Okay.
In the days after the epic mistake, the employee was transferred to another department, but now he's been fired. And an interesting twist to the story of the erroneous ballistic missile alert that sent Hawaiians into a state of frenzy panic earlier this month. After it materialized on their smartphone screens, the FCC said the employee who sent the alert believed at the time that the missile attack was actually real. That differs markedly from the previous official story, which said the employee mistakenly sent the alert during a shift change drill. And so, yeah, there's a lot of things going on. And another little interesting twist in the
word I was looking for was cooperate, when I was saying he wouldn't cooperate, but because we had just done corroborate and collaborate, and then cooperate just was not there on my Rolodex.
So, let's see. As the NT
Lexicon,
explains, citing the FCC statement, the employee heard a recorded message that began by saying, exercise, 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 the script for a drill. Then the recording used language that is typically used for a real threat and not a drill. This is not a drill. The recording ended by saying, exercise, exercise, exercise. However, the worker did not hear the exercise, exercise, exercise part of the message and believed the threat was real, according to the employee's statement. He responded by sending an alert. Additionally, software at Hawaii's emergency agency used the same prompts for both the test and the actual alerts, and it generally used prepared text that made it easy for a staffer to click through the alerting process without focusing enough on the text of the warning that would be sent.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, so.
I am not buying that one.
Yeah.
I'm just not buying it.
So we should wrap up. We've been going for a while.
We should wrap up.
Yo, Trump, my president, he's on the scene.
Why can't you just steal Diamond and Silk's Trump, yo, president? He's your president. Trump, yo, president. He's your president. Trump's your president. He's your president.
Your president, your president. Trump's your president. And you know what? I know a lot of people don't like Trump, and that's cool. And a lot of people, he's going haywire, this or that, but he's not Hillary. He's trying to work on taking the deep state. He's releasing things like the memo. I want the FBI cleared out. I want it really cleared out.
Hung.
I want the CIA cleared out, you know, but little baby steps here and there, and then God will take care of the rest.
It's been a year since the last.
And Trump is disappointed on the Senate vote for the abortion ban. He would have signed it.
So there you have it. Now
that's my president. You know, Bush we thought was a pro-life president. We didn't know that Trump was actually a real pro-life president. Like, seriously.
Right. Exactly. I don't know what that was trying to play there.
Why don't I just turn off the television?
Yeah, just turn that off. So I want to thank you guys for being here, and
this has been enjoyable. I hope you got your exercise. I hope you guys got up and moved around a little bit.
Yeah.
Got your pizza. Somebody got pizza.
I love it. All right, let me close this out. Thank you to the moderators that were here this evening. We really enjoyed watching the State of the Union.
B-Lady says, I love the line, hey, we have dreams too, baby.
I know. Americans are dreamers too.
Dreamers too.
That's right. Americans be dreaming up in here.
Just use the F words, the N words, Eminem in a nutshell. How to write a rap song via Eminem.
Right.
Rape your mother, rape your girlfriend.
F and rape your mother and your girlfriend. Oh my
Not my kind of rap.
No. So we love you guys. I don't even know who all was here in the chat because I wasn't able to watch it as much as normal.
Everybody.
But I know that Donna, Amber, Gary, Maia was here. If I'm missing somebody, I'm really sorry. But the rest of you guys, you seemed to have a lot of fun.
This is fun. This is fun. This is a victorious speech for all of us. Because, I mean, listen, you guys, Trump people or Republicans or conservatives. What?
Oh, Heather was here tonight. That's right. We don't always get going batty.
Hammered. A friend of mine said that she was going to do a drinking game tonight. She is on the fence. She's like sometimes on the right, sometimes on the left, but her friends are mostly on the left. She has a few people who voted for Trump. And one woman said that she was happy about this speech better than... I couldn't watch an Obama speech. I'm not going to... What?
Sylvie says it was my first visit. Thank you, Sylvie, for being here.
Awesome. Thanks for being here. That's awesome. We have a great group of people here. So anyways, thank you, Gary. Won't show you my sweatpants. If I'm at the State of the Union, I might put on a skirt. Behind the scenes, you stay to the end. Right?
Yeah.
So, anyways, on my friend's Facebook post today, a person who supports Trump and didn't want to watch Obama say these me's anymore. Lefty came back and was like posting articles and like, you know, just dissing her. And the Trump supporter was like, you know what, just have a good day. And the girl's like, you didn't, don't you want to fight? Don't you want to fight? And she's like walking away.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult to be a Trump supporter, or even if you support Trump in any way. You don't have to even support him. You can just say, hey, Trump's not doing so bad.
Right.
And everyone will want to hang you and hate you for it.
Right.
So it's a special group of people who are smiling. We're happy. Even if Trump is doing bad things, we realize that the script is flipped.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? The script is flipped. We, the people, are winning. We're taking our country back. Good things are happening. And we have hope for the first time in years. In years, we've had hope.
Yeah.
And he's brought hope and life back. He's talking about pro-life. He's talking about families. He's talking about
God.
He's talking about black families. He's talking about Hispanic families.
Yep.
As much as and the big thing is that they call him a white supremacist. They call him a racist because he's not those things, and they are those things.
Right.
And you can go to bed and put your head on the pillow because you're not a white supremacist and you're not a racist, and you want the best for everyone, and you can see the big picture. You can see that having millions of undocumented low-wage workers are stealing jobs from other people.
Yeah.
And it's a whole slave. And Trump can't say this, but it's the Democrats who want the slaves here, and they want cheap labor and stuff like that. So I'm gonna have to sign off because I am getting ready to have a heat flash. Woo! Let's go.
I wore sleeveless. Woo. I was ready. All right, you guys. Don't forget, we go live every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and every Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our European UK show. Now, I'm going to do a little video tomorrow. I was supposed to do it today to let you guys know that on Saturday, this coming Saturday, at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time in the morning.
Thank you, John.
We are going to do a really fun Super Bowl UK versus US food challenge, meaning we want to hear what kind of special foods you guys have in the UK that we don't, and we want the UK people, we want our United States people to contribute. You know what? This is what we have here in the US. You guys probably don't have there, so we're going to do a show. I want you guys...
Wait, Donna Terry says, my daughter had my grandson at 29 weeks. He is now a big, strapping, 6-foot-tall sweetheart. He was 2 pounds and 6 ounces.
That is fantastic. Oh
wow,
my gosh.
I bet you were praying. You were praying.
But anyway, so we're also going to talk about fun differences between the UK and the US, and I think it's going to be a really interesting, fun show.
We're going to have... We don't have any fans.
You're probably seeing the lighting that has umbrellas. Horatio is going to be Skyping with us. We're going to do some food taste testing of some different things.
And I'm going to try, I might do a little video on the supermoon tomorrow. If you guys don't have clouds, it's a blue moon, which means it's the second moon of, full moon of the month. But it's also going to be a supermoon, and it's going to be a blood moon.
Oh!
So I think I got to bring it up for the exact dates. I think it's like the first time.
All the werewolves are coming out tomorrow.
The last time was like 1865, I believe. Don't quote me on that one. But anyways, it's kind of a big deal. God speaks to us in the signs in the heavens, Genesis 1. And anytime we have like major blood moons or things like that, or like we have the solar eclipse, God's doing things. I believe that the whole, I don't know if you guys followed the whole prophecies of the 4 blood moons happening on the Hebrew feast and everything. I believe that was the prophecy to foretell Trump's presidency.
Okay.
And the switch and things. I get goosebumps when I think about it. Trump moving the embassy to Jerusalem. I think good things are happening. I'm really excited about it. So when I see signs in the sky, Like this, something that hasn't happened in a while.
Right.
Over 150 years. I think God's telling us something. Every time we see a blood moon, I think it's important. There's blood moons in the Bible. So when the moon goes red, God's talking to us.
Yeah, I totally
saying
agree.
Something, baby.
I totally agree.
All right, so
like,
comment, and
subscribe to Mass Faith 3 and Resistance Chicks.
Hopefully, ring that bell for notifications. Find us on Facebook.
I think somebody had said in the chat, it was Chris, nachos. Yeah, they don't have nachos there. They don't have the Mexican influence. They have a lot of Indian food.
Leave the comments because we wanna. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, so when I put up that video, I'm gonna hopefully do it tomorrow. Leave in your comments your ideas of different things, and we're not gonna stick primarily to food. Or I should say, we're going to stick primarily to food, but we will branch out to some other different things.
Across the border. I mean, and if you're from a different European country or from another country in general,
we want to
go ahead and post that in there. We're focusing primarily with Horatio and the Brits. But if you're from another country, go ahead. We have a worldwide audience. You people are from Australia, so leave your stuff in there.
Yeah.
We've got people from Poland. We've got people from.
So I want to know ahead of time because I'm going to try to pull up pictures.
We've got people from India
of these in advance so that I can showcase them there. So, all right, you guys, what should we wear? You can wear anything you would like. And I still need...
And we might do the Julia Child's accent. That might be nice.
We might do. And we may go live in our kitchen.
The chicken roll.
The UK fish and chips, absolutely.
We definitely want to slap a few chickens. Roll chickens like she did.
So anyway, Saturday's show is going to be really fun, but it will be at 11 o'clock because the sun goes down. And Horatio doesn't have good lighting, so he needs the daylight. So, all right, you guys, we love you. God loves you. God bless. And we will see you back here at least Friday. You never... Did you want to sing that?
Sweet home. No, as we're going out. We're just going out.
From the mountains to the valleys,
the prairies,
to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. No? Not quite so. Not quite there.
Your pipes need a little.
They do. Aww. You try it.
You need a pipe cleaner.
No.
No.
She's about to have a hot flash.
Ooh, Jack,
you're too young for hot flashes.
I am. It's just like we have a wood burning stove going, and like Mom likes to keep it warm.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas.
Uncle Jack likes to keep it warm.
Fire going. I think it's probably, I don't know what it is right now, but it's warm in here, y'all.
All right. Good night, guys.
Look, Cindy. You did good. You did.
And I will remember to actually end the program.
Oh, yeah.
Every day, so afraid, but you call my name, my eyes, my eyes.
How come nobody wears this? Is this real? I'm wearing this, man. With the blue earrings.